Welcome back. We are giving you now a live look at the White House. NewsNation has just learned the cocaine found there was actually discovered in a different location than we previously thought. Now the House Oversight Committee is requesting a briefing from the Secret Service on the investigation. NewsNation's Blake Berman joins us live with the very latest on this one. Blake.
Hi there, Brooke. It seemed like just a matter of time, right, before Congress would get involved with this, and that is exactly what happened earlier today. As the head of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman James Comer, really been a thorn in the side for this White House. He has now asked the head of the U.S. Secret Service, Kimberly Cheadle, to brief staff on his committee on the details involving the discovery of that cocaine bag that was found inside the White House. Now we know in the West Wing lobby area. Now, here was a letter that he wrote to Cheadle today saying, quote, "The alarming development requires the committee to assess White House security practices and determine whose failures led to an evacuation of the building and finding of the illegal substance." He goes on to say, "The presence of illegal drugs in the White House is unacceptable and a shameful moment in the White House's history." Now, in about 40 minutes or so, maybe 30, 40 minutes, we will hear from the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. She will likely receive a barrage of questions again. There was a bit of a curious moment yesterday as aboard Air Force One, Andrew Bates, who's a part of the press team over here at the White House, he was asked to respond to Donald Trump's claims. There was a social media post in which Trump said that the cocaine was either for President Biden or his son Hunter. And this was the response from Andrew Bates. Listen.
I don't have a response to that because we have to be careful about the Hatch Act.
So you see there, Brooke, he invokes the Hatch Act. The Hatch Act is something that is supposed to insulate those from the West Wing, really, of any administration from politics. In this case, of course, the 2024 presidential race. The White House yesterday invoked the Hatch Act when talking about this story. As I mentioned, the briefing here in about 30 minutes' time, and we expect to hear from the White House and any latest developments.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, sure to get a barrage of questions. We will be listening in for that one. Blake Berman outside the White House. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.